again. This time we're headed to White Mountain National Forest in New Hampshire for another hike. Again, 3 nights, 3 full days, and the last day will be short again. It'll take me about 4 hours to drive there from my home. And we have a full day of hiking scheduled for today, so I got up early, 4 o'clock, got dressed, threw the pack in the car, and the GPS is telling me we should arrive at the trailhead at 8:25. So we are at the trailhead, the Bog Brook Trail. Given the weather, I'm guessing the name is going to turn out to be apropos. It is 18 minutes of 9 o'clock, and I should show you the trail map. This is Carter Notch Road, and here at the end of it is the Wildcat River / Bog Brook Trailhead. And we're going to hop on the Bog Brook Trail and go up to Perkins Notch and then enter into, well, the borderline of the Wild River Wilderness. I'm going to take the Rainbow Trail up to Carter Dome, and then the Black Angel Trail down to the Wild River, and look for a place to camp somewhere down there. Then there's more fun over here, the Baldfaces and whatnot, the following day. So our first junction is with the Wildcat River Trail, which we're supposed to hit in 0.7 miles or 23 minutes. So I hope this was the Wildcat River, because if it's not the Wildcat River, it's the Wildcat Brook, and I have yet to cross the Wildcat River. So I just came across this. I got up over my ankles, and the water is cold. Turns out that was Wildcat Brook, and this is Wildcat River, so we're going to have to get across that somehow. Definitely going to be some wading involved. There is a tree downstream, but I decided that just wading across was the safest way to do it. I got up halfway to my knee, and the water's still cold, but we made it across safely, and I'm glad to have the trekking poles to keep me stabilized. So we have come to the junction with the Wildcat River Trail, which leads up to Carter Notch Hut, and we won't be going that way. We could still get to Carter Dome that way, but that's not the way we planned out, so it's not the way we'll go. So we have 2.1 miles, which should take an hour and 23 minutes. to follow the Bog Brook Trail until it reaches the Wild River Trail. It is 25 after 9 now. I'm behind my time because I had to stop and tie my shoes, and then or tighten my shoes, and then I had to put my contact lenses in because my glasses were getting fogged over. It's really humid, but it's not actually raining, and there's little hints of sun once in a while. I don't know about you, but when I start a trip, I always wonder what it is that I forgot. And sometimes I didn't forget anything, but this time I did. I forgot my little knife and whistle on the lanyard. They're hanging on a hook at home, not on my belt where they should be. That might make opening some meals a little tricky. We'll have to see. We're not in the Wild River Wilderness yet. And I have heard that in wilderness areas, they are not allowed to use chainsaws. But even here, clearing tree across the path, they've used axes, the old-fashioned way. Well, we've arrived at the intersection of the Bog Brook Trail with the Wild River Trail, and well, there's no indication of what happens if you go right on the Wild River Trail, but we're going to go 0.7 miles to the Rainbow Trail. Oh no, that is to the right. The Rainbow Trail to the right. Good thing I can read. It's just about 10:30, so we beat the book time handily. Well, we're going to go on. There was a relocation here. The trail was underwater. So there were some red flags, survey tags that kind of led around it. It was still a pretty nasty little bit of trail. Anyway, weather is continuing to improve, and we'll go on. Okay, so we have reached the junction of the Wild River Trail with the Rainbow Trail. It's on to Carter Dome, 2.5 miles, 1 hour and 23 minutes, 2,200 feet plus elevation gain. So this will be the first real mountain climb, I guess, of the year. But I'm feeling pretty good so far. We're still getting little bits of sunshine here and there, but it's mostly overcast, and I'm going to guess we're going to be socked in at the top, but we can always hope. Oh, and the current time is 5 minutes after 11. The vegetation here on the Rainbow Trail is pretty thick. It's only the middle of June, so if none of this gets cleared at all, I'm not sure this trail will be followable later in the year. It's barely followable in places now, but I'm sure we'll make it to the top, he says. So, we've arrived at a knob somewhat short of the summit of Carter Dome, which is in the fog behind me. So, looks like for certain we're not going to get any views from up there. We don't really have a lot of view from here. I'm not sure. I may have misread the time estimate when back at the start of Rainbow Trail as 1 hour and 24 minutes to do the 2.5 miles to the summit of Carter Dome, and in fact it's the estimate is 2 hours and 24 minutes. So it's been an hour and a half now, so and we still have a ways to go. But the ascent, they say, is supposed to be moderate, so that would be something to look forward to. So it's about 10 after 1, and we have arrived here at the summit of Carter Dome. I've been here before, but many years ago, of course. I hadn't realized that even with perfect weather, we wouldn't really have a view here. So we're gonna rest a while. The reason I came up here, one of the reasons anyway, is because it's there, and because I'm considering a trip later this year to cover the Appalachian Trail from Pinkham Notch to Gorham Notch. And it's a long way. It's another 6 miles from here to Imp Shelter and Campsite, which would make for a very long day. But there is reputed to be a spring somewhere up here. So I'm here to check out the existence of the spring and the likelihood of hanging a hammock up here. So we'll be spending some time, but I'll check in again before I leave. I need a break. I've earned it. Okay, so it's about 1:35, and I've had a little bit of lunch. So we're going to start walking again. It's about 12 minutes to the junction with the Black Angel Trail along the Carter-Moriah Trail here. All right, so we've arrived at the junction with the Black Angel Trail, right where it's supposed to be. And, well, the sign says it's 4.6 miles down to the Wild River Trail. The guidebook says 4.8. That's not a lot of difference. Either way, it's about 2.5 hours. Again, according to the guidebook, and there's a promise of some tricky rock scramblings here near the top. So we'll see how that goes. Well, that was fun. That was a pretty rugged trail. The Black Angel Trail from Carter Dome down to the Wild River. It took me a little more than book time, actually. It was pretty rocky, pretty wet in a lot of places. Those tricky scrambles promised at the top of the trail were in fact there. There was about half a dozen of them. I threw my poles down ahead of me at least 3 times and took my pack off once. So, but you know, I've seen worse. So we're going to rest here a while and decide what to do. We'll look around for a stealth site. It doesn't look all that promising. There's a lot of vegetative undergrowth, but we'll at least look, and then think about going to one of the 2 relatively nearby campsites if a stealth site here doesn't work. Well, that turned out easier than I anticipated. It only took me a couple of minutes of stomping around to manage to find a spot where the undergrowth wasn't too thick, just a few ferns and things. and a couple of suitable trees. So we are hung. Well, I guess before we can start to rest, we need to get some water. So we brought our trail kitchen down to the Wild River to avoid cooking in our campsite like we're supposed to, and to enjoy the river. Well, as you can see, I have purchased a bush buddy. But I'm kind of running out of sunlight tonight, so I'm not going to burn wood in it. I've got one of my alcohol stoves in there, a Mini Bull Designs M7. And we're heating up some trail beefs too, the same as on the last trip. The stuff I made at home from Baldface 5's recipe. There it is, trail beef stew. So it's about 7:30 and we're all tucked in for the night. It's not supposed to rain, so left the hammock, the tarp up in porch mode. Got the Ursack hung out near the trail, about 200 feet away. So, good day hiking. We did 11.2 miles, according to the book, which is, which is good. Especially with the late start. I was still feeling okay at the end of the day, but it's getting dim now, and I just managed to get, dinner, camp set up, dinner made and eaten, and clothes changed, and all the evening chores in camp. Perhaps with practice I'll get a little better at that. Alright, well, tomorrow we have the river crossing to look forward to. Should be fun. Good night.